Okay, metronome training. We're going to do an exercise that's called a V-sit with Y's and T's. And what we're going to do is we're going to do each movement in time with a metronome. Now, for those of you who don't remember, if you're not of my vintage, the original metronomes used to sit on top of pianos and they had a pendulum and they'd go tick, tock, and they'd count time for the person practicing on the piano to follow. We now have apps, so we've got apps that do that. And you can set many different times for the music, like 3/4 time or 4/4 time or 5/4 time. They usually stand at or start at 4/4 time, like this one here. So 4 beats per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm feeling like my music teacher in high school. It wasn't even high school. I didn't take music in high school and grade school. Anyways, what you're going to do is you're going to do the exercise that I'm going to demonstrate here to the beat of the metronome. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to find a number of beats per minute that will allow you to go for the prescribed length of time, because this is a timed exercise, okay? So your trainer's going to say try to do this for 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. So you have to figure out how many beats per minute you need to set this at to be able to go for about that prescribed length of time, but also to be sure that you actually can't physically do more than that, because you know you're done this exercise. My dog might come on camera. You know you've done this exercise, you've finished the set, when you can't keep up with the beats, when you can't stay up with the pace of the metronome, okay? This is a very tiring way of working out, but it's a very effective way of working out as well. There she is, Peppermint. So, set the thing to a number of beats per minute that allow you to get to around the prescribed length of time you're supposed to work out for, but you literally can't keep up with the metronome much beyond that, okay? So, I'm going to start with 65 beats a minute. Okay, I'm going to put the metronome here and I'm going to demonstrate the exercise for you. It's a V-sit with Y's and T's. Okay, so proper V-sit form. Keep your back straight. Don't be looking up like this. Look back. Tuck your chin in, okay? Try to lift your legs up if you can. If you can't, that's fine to keep them on the ground. And what you're going to do to the count of the metronome is you're going to do, and I'm going to wait for the metronome to show you, Y, T. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm coming up over my head in a Y, out to the side in a T. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeezing my shoulder blades best as I can on each one, keeping my back straight and my head back, and keeping up with the beat of the metronome. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you can't keep up with the metronome anymore, that's when you stop. Remember, you can have your feet on the ground, or try, it's a little harder if you have them up off the ground. Now be careful with this exercise. It can bother your back. Let me just stop the metronome here. One thing that you need to be doing regularly anyhow is stretching your hip flexors. And if you're experiencing back pain on this exercise, that may be an indicator that your hip flexors are tight, okay? So a V-sit with Y's and T's to the beat of the metronome. Remember, set the metronome so that you can get to around the length of time your trainer's prescribed for you, but to at beats per minute high enough that you can't get much further, that you actually kind of crap out right around the length of time prescribed. Okay, so there it is.